Liam, why do you think audiences took to Taken as they did?
I think, well, I think it was a good, compact, tight, fast-paced European thriller, which delivers a lot of thrills and spills, and audiences like that. And I think with my character, they identified with a parent. You know, we all belong to families. You know, and we will do anything to protect our families. So I think that really struck a chord with audiences.
When we meet up with your character Brian again in this movie, or what's going on with him, with his life? Where is he at?
He's well, I think his past is catching up with him. I think he's a little bit older, a little bit wiser, and is feeling tired, actually, of this covert life that he has led, and wants to. He's still very much an overprotective father, and is trying to make up for lost time when his child was really a child, you know. But I think he's feeling a bit jaded, you know.
Now, in training for this movie, in preparing for this movie, you've been dealing with people who actually do what your character does. Do you feel that fatigue happening in these people as well? Do you see it?
I do, actually. Yes, I have one friend who is a special forces operative, and I can see it in him. Yeah, he's getting tired. It's because it's the life they lead and the planning and preparation of these missions that they go on is it takes a toll, you know. And so I was able to identify with that very much with this character, you know, for this sequel.
Well, in the movie, of course, your character prevails, but these guys, these real guys, I mean, how assured is success by the end of a mission?
Well, you're never assured of success, you know, and you know, there's a lot of guns, there's a lot of gunfire, physical fighting, but it's never an absolute outcome that the hero is going to succeed, you know. And I like that, you know. Otherwise, it gets just too predictable, you know.
Now, you're working with you've been trained by people who were specialists in close combat, close range combat. How intense is that training, and how skillful are you now in this kind of fighting?
Well, at the time, you really concentrate and focus on a physical preparation that lasts, you know, for the length of the film, which in this case was 3 months or something. So you're training every day, and so I can't say I'm an expert fighter, but but certainly during those 3 months, you learn certain moves that are good, you know. If one was ever in a situation where you were going to be attacked, then you like to think you could, you know, get out of that situation.
Now, the first Taken movie opened a whole bunch of new doors for you in terms of roles, action roles. How do you like that?
It's great. Yeah. Since the success of Taken, it was Hollywood seemed to re-pigeonhole me in some way, you know, and they started sending me quite a few of these action scripts, some of which I did and others I didn't. But yeah, I'm going to do a couple more, I think, for this year and next year. I've got a couple planned.
What, and then slow down into more traditional dramatic roles?
Definitely, yeah, definitely. I think you can. I mean, I've turned 60 this year, so it's you know, you can only do these things for a certain length of time before the audience start laughing, you know.
Well, you'll be surprised. Some people do it for a long time.
Yeah, that's true, I guess. Yeah.
What's Istanbul like as a location?
Beautiful, beautiful city, yeah. It was very, very hypnotic, very exotic. And, you know, it used to be known as Constantinople, and it was the gateway from the west to the east. And, very, very magical place, yeah. Very gracious, wonderful people I met. Fantastic food. And it was great to shoot there. Terrific crews, and loved their cinema, and very, very helpful. They were very, very special people.
And getting back together again with Famke and Grace.
Yeah, yeah. It was good to be with those two ladies again. Yeah, we are kind of like a little family, you know.